Hey everyone, Patrick Vincent here with a daily Ember update. I've got two things for the healthcare bill today. I got a video from C-SPAN that I'll play here. It's got the Democrats singing "Hey, hey, hey, goodbye" to the Republicans as they leave after the vote on the healthcare bill passed the House today. So I'll show you that clip first, and then the second clip I have is a video from the Young Turks with the protesters outside of the House after the vote as the members board the bus to head towards the White House. So I'll play those two videos. First, we'll play the na 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 hey 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 goodbye video, and that is from C-SPAN. So we'll get that going. You guys watch that, and I'll give my 2 cents on that after. So there's that video from C-SPAN. Like I said, Democrats singing "na na na na, hey hey hey, goodbye" as the GOP members leave after the vote of the approval of the healthcare bill replacing and repealing Obamacare, which, as we know, leaves people with pre-existing conditions at risk. So first of all, about the Democrats, what the hell are they singing about? Do the Democrats forget how that this past election that they were wiped out on every branch of the government, every single branch the Democrats have been wiped out on. They have no control, they have no say. They are nothing right now. But yet they think just because of this health care bill that is very frowned upon by the American public, um, they think just because of this one policy change that after this round of elections, people are just going to be crawling back to the Democratic Party. Since Trump has been elected, the DNC's battle cry has been Russia, 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 but not how the fuck did we manage to lose to the most unpopular candidate. And now that person is president, the most unpopular candidate the DNC could not win against. They couldn't beat him. Nothing was working in their favors in that because they kept trying to put up a Wall Street shill to the people who wanted a real progressive candidate. So, no, they aren't talking about how they didn't want another Wall Street candidate force fed to them. They don't want a false progressive candidate when a true progressive candidate is available to the public. We saw the true progressive. We saw what the people wanted, and they still turned that down. The DNC ignored that and said, no, our corporate interest overweigh the public interest. You don't have the money, so what you say doesn't affect what we will do and vote for in office. So, we had a true progressive candidate, Bernie Sanders. He represented the true values that the Democratic Party should embrace, but instead they shove away. This past election, they rather would have a Republican win and be elected rather than uh, work with and elect a true progressive to represent the Democratic Party and the people. That's what the people want. They want a party that represents the people. They voted for the anti-establishment candidate at the time, which they saw and thought was an anti-establishment candidate, which we have seen not to be with the Goldman Sachs executives put in Trump's administration and other corporate interests that interfere with Trump's process. So, do they think that the pendulum will just swing back to them and they won't have to change their policies, any of their stances? They refuse to put the $15 minimum wage on the DNC platform. They refuse to take out fossil fuels from their platforms. They refuse to stop funding terrorism. What what does the Democratic Party stand for? What is the Democratic Party? Who do they represent? Who? Who? Who do they represent? And that is the exact reason I left the Democratic Party, and another reason that I fight for third parties to grow and challenge the establishment's policies. The American people deserve an opposition party that is fighting for them in their corner. And that's why I believe we need a third party, no matter if that's the Pirate Party of America, no matter if that's the Green Party, no matter if that's the Libertarian Party. I don't care. We need an opposition party that is fighting the good fight in the people's corner. So the next video here I have is from the Young Turks. I'm sure all of you are familiar with the Young Turks. It's a great independent media site that is growing on YouTube, and they have their own websites and podcasts as well. So make sure to check them out also. Um, when the members of the GOP were boarding the bus to their field trip to celebrate their victory, they were met outside with protesters behind barricades with signs. This is what we should expect to see from here on out while healthcare is in the spotlight and being attacked. So I'll play the video. You guys can see for yourselves the protesters, and I'll give my 2 cents on that afterwards as well. So sit back and watch the video.
Just moments ago here in the Capitol, Republicans passed legislation that would repeal and replace Obamacare, pushing it through by a 217 to 213 vote. Earlier today, Democrats threw together a rally of several hundred people in a matter of just a couple of hours. The Republicans to buses that were waiting for them to take them back to the White House. The protesters who were here saw them, started booing them, started chanting, "Shame on you," and that quickly transferred into
2018! 2018! 2018!
So as you can see in that video, once again provided by the Young Turks, shared it on our Instagram feed, uploaded it onto here for us to show you here. As you can see, there was a large amount of people outside of this House vote. As they said in the video, that the Democrats created a rally hours before this vote of thousands of people that showed up angry against the health care bill. So it's a very hot subject, as we know. We've seen town halls across the country pop up where even the representatives don't show up to those town halls because they're too scared to answer the questions, because they have no damn idea what is going on with that health care bill. They don't know what's in that health care bill because they're not reading that health care bill. They're not. No matter what they say, they are not reading that health. But people are very angry and upset about how the current administration is handling the health care. So the current bill would put those with pre-existing conditions at risk, and meaning like people with cancer could be charged more for their treatments. They could be charged more for their health care just because they have cancer. Anyone with a pre-existing treatment would be at risk of more costs, higher premiums, etc. So it is not anything better than Obamacare, because the biggest problem people have with Obamacare is the higher premiums. Yet we aren't saying anything now about the pre-existing conditions that would be left at risk. No, not going to talk about that. No, why would we talk about that? But hey, at least you'll have access to healthcare, whatever the fuck that means. I have access to a BMW, but I can't afford a BMW. I have access to buying a mansion, but I don't have money to buy that mansion. I have access to getting a liver transplant, but I don't have the money for that liver transplant. It's liver transplant, die, liver transplant, die with debt. Which one? The American dream is dead.
Hey, thank
Thanks everybody for tuning in to this Burning Media Network episode. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube, follow us on Instagram, follow us on SoundCloud where you can download our podcasts and videos, and also make sure to give us a like on our Facebook page as well. Like I said, you can get all of our podcasts available for download on the SoundCloud account, so please make sure to go follow us on there as well, and have a great evening.